Hi, I'm Dave from Military Antiques Toronto, and today I'm going to show you some more of the items I've picked up, and well, hopefully we'll get processed sooner or later and stuck on the website, but it comes down to time, right? So first and foremost is a shell. So what, right? I don't know if I can get the image into the camera on this, but I'll try. So 75 millimeter. This one, U.S. Army mark, U.S. military mark, sorry. It's for a Sherman tank round, and it is dated. Yeah, I'm gonna ask my expert about this off camera to make sure I get the right date. And oh wait, I didn't even put that away yet, but that's okay. Anyways, 75 millimeter gun, and you're not gonna get out of that, but you know what? We'll see. If I can't do it, then I'll edit it. There you go. So that's gonna get listed sooner than later. World War II Balmoral. Sorry, it's not a Balmoral, because it's an Irish regiment of Canada with the cap badge. So it's sea broad arrowed right there. There is no other date inside, unfortunately. I have these post-war, but I don't have any wartime ones. So, well, I've done, but I did, but I sold them. So this is nice that it's a, what's a word for this? It's not a tam o'shanter, it's not a Balmoral, it's a caubeen. There you go, caubeen. If it's an Irish regiment, it's a caubeen. So caubeen has the tail still, cap badge, nice piece, nice condition. It's got a little bit of tiny mothing here and there, but you know what? It's a great caubeen. That's got to get listed. Not easy to find, truthfully. You find more Balmorals than you do caubeens, because of course there's a lot less regiments that wear caubeen compared to Balmorals. Anyways, so there's that. World War II helmet cover. New Zealand, if I remember correctly, or Australian, New Zealand. Dated 42. So I had a bunch of these, and there was a collector who bought one of these off of somebody I know, and because he didn't want to believe that it was real, he sent it back to my friend. And guess what? Then he found it in a book, and it was shown in a book that recently came out, a bunch of different covers, because they come in about 3 different colors, if I remember correctly. And then he wanted to get one, and he couldn't get them anymore. So you know what? You should be knowing what you buy. You know, it doesn't always happen. I understand that. But you know what? It's clearly marked. Someone told you exactly what it was. They weren't $5 million. He gave you a very good price on it. And instead you returned it. Oh, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's all good. It's just stuff, right? World War II British sweater with the holes for the epaulets, which are the button-in ones. So that's kind of nice. And the tag clearly shows 1945. And a broad arrow. So that's nice. Size 1, it's Smurf. They're not that common. Guys wore these to keep warm and after the war and surplus, etc. So they're gone. You're not going to find them. So maybe you are. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you're going to find a box or a bundle of them. You know, one time they found a warehouse full of dispatch riders' helmets, and the market dropped on them extensively. And now it's come back up because they're all gone, because the ones that were there were all Smurf. Now they're not around anymore, and now you're paying whatever you pay for them. So, World War I Imperial German enamel drinking cup. Normally these are marked. There's a marking on them showing how much is in here. If I remember correctly, it's a quarter cup. If I remember correctly, don't quote me on that. Or actually, I think it comes in ounces off the top of my head. But this one's been enameled, and I can't read it, of course, because the enameling covered all over it. There's no markings on this at all. I just liked it, so I bought it, because you know what? Every time I've had these, I've sold them because people want them. And there's the one ringy-dingy doorbell. So then I have a it's a British bag made for, it's an officer's satchel. And so you can see the USA mark there and the broad arrow. So it's British made for the US for Lend-Lease, and it's dated 1918 inside, which I will try and show you. Right there, London, 1918. There's the broad arrow. It's not perfect. It has the gentleman's initials on. I do not know who he is, but which is NEG, so negative. But it's a nice officer's satchel. World War One, British made. You know what? You don't find them that often because they got used again, just like the sweaters did in World War II. They're a nice bag. If you need it, it's great. But I'll pass that on, get that listed and sold on the website. World War One Imperial German bayonet. But it's got the saw back. So, let's see. There is a maker here, and it says Deutsch Machine Fabric AG. I'm not even going to try that. Duisbung. Duisbung? I'm not sure. Maker right there, as you can see. And there's the saw back. Has this been sharpened? Definitely. Has it been repointed? Definitely. Do I think this has been cut down? Very likely. But it's still a very nice bayonet with the scabbard and frog. I tried to unseize this. It appears this is seized right now, so I can't get it on a bayonet. But you know what? It's a nice bayonet with scabbard. I can't complain, and frog. So that's another thing to get listed. It wasn't cheap, but you know what? It's World War I Imperial German. What do you want? It's not, stuff's not $5 anymore. Last but not least is a set of spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, and a pair of boots. So these boots are important, I guess if you're into boots, because they're clearly named to IMR Sinclair, Royal Highlanders of Canada. So if you Google that name, you will find that he was with the 15th Battalion, 13th Battalion, which of course is the Black Watch, Royal Highlanders. He ended up getting a DSO and MC, if I remember correctly, with the Black Watch in World War One. Obviously an officer, and he ended up then going later to the Argyll and Sutherland Highlanders in World War II as their commanding officer. So he's heavily decorated. Now, are the trees named? Yes. Are the boots? Possibly. I did not take them out. I didn't look, truthfully. I just kind of went, hey, that's cool. Worst case scenario, you got a pair of trees that belong to him. But I don't think, maybe there's a name in the boots. What do I know? I didn't look. Possibly. But here, I'll show you right here. They're made in St. James West in England. So hopefully you can see that. Probably not, of course. But there you go. I am Sinclair, Royal Highlanders of Canada. Very heavily decorated officer, and very well known in the regiment and as the CO of the Argylls. So these are, in my mind, historically important, but you know, convincing other people to cough up the money sometimes can be a problem because they just kind of go, they're a pair of boots. You're right, they're a pair of boots, but there's someone from your regiment or there's someone who's your CO, and in this case, I think it's kind of important because he's a decorated person, but what do I know? I don't, it's not my money, right? So it's all good. Anyways, thanks for looking. That's it for today. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll do another one. I don't know, it comes down to time. The time is fleeting, I'm told. So thanks for looking. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check out my website, militaryantiquestoronto.com. It's always cheaper on the website. And the new Facebook, yes, I know all about this, is called, for the business, is called The Real Military Antiques Toronto. Yes, I know who you are. I know what you've done. It's all good. Doesn't bother me. It's all good. Thanks for looking. Take care. Bye.